Hello and welcome to Mad Maz Reviews. Today I'm going to be discussing No Escape, starring Owen Wilson. I was really excited about this film because this is the first film in a while where Owen Wilson is playing a more serious role, a more action-based role. I don't think I've seen him in a serious role since Behind Enemy Lines, and I was really excited to see this film. This film follows Owen Wilson as Jack Dwyer. He has to basically protect his family from rebels who are attacking this third world country that he is staying in for his new job. What I found really interesting about this film compared to other disaster films, take for instance San Andreas. San Andreas is a very similar premise where the entire family is in peril and the father of the family has to take care of everybody. The difference is in a lot of these type of movies, the disaster is usually something that's out of their control. So there's no real villain, and the villain's Earth or whatever is coming to attack Earth, like in Armageddon, for instance. But there's no real villain per se. So what ends up happening in this film that's a little different is that the rebels are specifically targeting Owen Wilson's character, Jack Dwyer, because he represents this company that is controlling the oil wells and therefore kind of controlling the interests of this country that they're in. So they're actively being hunted during the film, which gives an extra layer of dread. I also thought the film was acted really well, especially with Owen Wilson and Lake Bell. I thought they had a lot of great on-screen chemistry. In a lot of these kind of disaster films, they break up the family a little bit in a way where it's like maybe the husband and wife are going through a divorce, maybe they're falling in and out of love to kind of give some added conflict. They didn't do that in this film, which I thought was great because you really got to see that they were bonded as a family through and through. From the beginning to end, there was no question about their bond, and there was never any question about what Owen Wilson's character would do to protect his family. Unfortunately, some of the pitfalls of this film are Pierce Brosnan. He was probably one of the best portions of this film. He plays a kind of undercover CIA agent that's trying to control the situation while everything's kind of going up in smoke. He's a fantastic character through and through. And the unfortunate part is he only keeps in the film for about 15 minutes. And he goes out in a great blaze of glory, which is fantastic. But I wish I would have seen him a little more because he brought a lot to that role. Another thing I dislike is not so much about the film, but these type of films in general, where the husband has to keep his family away from danger. In these films, I find it incredibly annoying that he always has to protect his family, and the family does everything that they can to basically stop him from doing that or slow down. These characters are fighting the main character so much in the film that it's actually giving the bad guys or whatever danger that's chasing them an ample opportunity to kill them. And it gets people killed along the way because they're dilly-dallying and whatnot. I find that element in these films to be extremely annoying, and it takes me out of the movie to some degree because I sit there during the film and really just get angry at these characters saying, you don't need an explanation, just follow his orders. When somebody comes in my hotel room and says, hey, people are getting shot outside, we need to get to the roof because it is not safe here, I'm going to shut up, grab whatever I can, and get out of there because there's imminent danger. When somebody's shooting, there's some danger. So I didn't feel connected to the family. I thought they were more or less plot points to add, a little bit more extra danger, to give Owen Wilson maybe something to lose in the film, but it really didn't land for me on screen. Another pitfall was just the dynamic of the bad guys. The dynamic of the bad guys in this film were essentially there were these Asian, rebels that, are going in every building they can and just slashing everyone up, killing everyone in their path. And they're hunting these people from this company that Owen Wilson works for. My issue with the rebels are every scene you see them in that doesn't include the family directly being attacked, they are slashing everyone up without any remorse, without any second thought. But whenever the rebels encounter Owen Wilson's family, they always do something out of character, like toy with them or try to torture them a little more than they would everyone else. And they do this a lot in these type of films, and it really makes no sense to me, like logically. If you're slashing everyone up without a second thought and not giving anyone a chance to talk or defend themselves or anything, why are you making that exception for this family? So, those are my really only downsides to this film. I thought it was paced really well. I thought the action was solid. The rebels were pretty cool, although, again, I didn't like that they were somewhat predictable in how they would react with the family. But, it's definitely a movie that'll keep you on the edge of your seat from the beginning to end of the movie. And it's great to see Owen Wilson in a serious role. I hope to see more of it. On MadMazReviews.com, where I wrote a kind of a more thorough review, I rated it a 75 out of 100, and honestly, that's what I'm going to give it. I think that's a fair rating for it. I wouldn't go much higher than that, honestly, because I think there were some spots where they could have succeeded better or done better, and that would have overall made a much better film. If you wanted to get more information from this review, I'd go to MadMazReviews.com. It's probably one of our next reviews that we have up there. It's a lot more detailed as far as what I did or didn't like, and kind of goes into a little more detail about why I ranked it the way I did.